What's going on, guys? It's me, Tim, and I'm coming to you guys with some NBA 2K13 gameplay. So with that, let's get right into this story. So this is going to be one of my embarrassing stories that I have to tell, and it's going to be about my worst first day of school ever. So basically, I just had moved down to South Carolina, and I thought that like it was gonna be a pretty fun, cool place to live. So I come down here, and in about 2 weeks, it's time for school to start. So when I go to school, I am like super dressed up because my mom thought that it was a uniform school, but it really wasn't. So that's the first embarrassing part. I walk into school. I have a nice college shirt. It was a little oversized. I had some slacks on. I had some dress shoes. It looked like I was going to church, basically. And everybody, they made fun of me the first day. You know, they would laugh at me and different stuff like that. So that's the first embarrassing part. The second embarrassing part is, oh yeah, and I'm in 5th grade when this happens. So the second embarrassing part is that it's I guess it's a bully, and his name was James, and he was the bully of the school, I guess. So that's what you could say. So because it was K through 5th grade, and that's the grades that it went through. And then 6th grade you go into middle school. So I was at 5th. I was about to go into middle school next year, and then I guess it was a bully there. So I had my nice little dress stuff on and everything like that. And basically, I was sitting down alone at lunch, you know, drinking my chocolate milk or whatever, and eating just a little hot dog. So he comes over, and he's just a little bully. He just sits next to me. He just starts talking to me. And I thought at first I was like, yeah, I made a new friend or whatever. But what really happened was, after he did that, he just started making fun of me all of a sudden. So, you know, he was like, oh, look at the loser dressed up and all this stuff. Like, I can't remember the exact words that he said, but he was making fun of me pretty bad, and it was hurting my feelings. So I got pretty upset, and I said something back to him. I think I was like, shut up, jerk, or something like that. And, you know, back in 5th grade, that's like a big deal. Everybody was like, ooh, everything like that. So, yeah, it was pretty funny. And after that happened, you know, I started drinking my milk. He takes my milk and he dips it on me. Like while I'm drinking, or while I'm in the middle of drinking, he just hits my milk up and it squirts all over my nice white shirt and everything like that. So, you know, in 5th grade, you get mad. I got really upset over that because it was a nice shirt and I wore it to church. So, you know, I got pretty mad and pissed. So on my first day, I was mad, and I was pretty much about to fight him. But, you know, in 5th grade, fighting is just like a pushing contest or something. So I stood up and I pushed him. And, you know, back then I'm like for like 8 or 9. Because right now I'm not even that tall. I'm like 5'6", 5'7". So back then I was like 4'8", 4'9". And I push him. He stands up. He's about 5'8" in 5th grade. So that's a big height difference. It's like a 1 foot difference. And he like shoves me, like pushes me, like super hard, and I fall onto the cause you know back in 5th grade you have like your cafeteria seats, they're all connected like benches. So I fall back on the bench and boom, hit my back, and all my food comes flying over on me. And I'm telling you, this is a true story. All my food comes flying all over me. So, you know, I got ketchup and stuff all on my slacks, everything like that. And I end up having to go to the infirmary. So the infirmary is just a fancy name for the nurse. So I end up going to the nurse, and I end up coming back. I got some band-aids, and I got these really disgusting clothes because they didn't have any change of clothes, which is really weird. So I just come back, and I had these nasty clothes with ketchup stains and everything on them. So that made it even worse when people were laughing at me and stuff like that. They would call me like ketchup stain boy or something. In 5th grade, that's like I said, I know I keep saying it in 5th grade, but yeah, in 5th grade, you know, those jokes make everybody laugh and stuff like that. So it was a pretty bad day. And then what made it even worse is that we were talking about in Connecticut, where I used to live before I came down to South Carolina. We weren't even on the subjects that we were talking about in South Carolina. So my teacher, I think we were talking about Christopher Columbus, something, I don't know. And my teacher called on me, and I didn't know the answer. So I was like, I don't know the answer to this question that you're asking me. And then she was like, oh, and then everybody starts laughing. They're like, dummy, stupid. So I had a really high pitched voice and stuff like that. So every time I talk, people would laugh. So that made it that made the day even worse. And then the last part that made the day even worse than what it was already. Ooh, man, nobody just slammed that y'all. But the last part that made the day even worse than it already was, everything that had happened, was at the end of the day. It was the end of the day. It was time to go home. Everything that I was all happy. I was just like, yes, it's just time to go home. Oh! I know that was a late reaction, but Searchy Paka smacked that y'all. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was like it was time to go home and everything and I end up trying to stay. I stayed after to talk to my teacher just for a little bit, and then I come out and the bus is gone. So I had to stay at this thing called Boys and Girls Club. I think you guys know what that is. And everybody was just laughing at me for I had to stay for another hour until my dad got off work. So everybody was just laughing at me. Catch up steam boy, stupid boy, for a whole another hour. So yeah, and that was all on my first day of school. And I was pretty much a nerd. I grew out of that stage a little while. I grew out of that stage when I got to 6th grade or whatever. Started gaining a lot more friends, but in 5th grade I pretty much was a loner because that's what I was known as basically the whole year, ketchup stain boy. So it was pretty funny. So yeah, that's just in a little embarrassing story I thought I would tell to you guys, just as one of my first couple of videos. I just want to get out some good content for you guys. So if you guys could leave a like and subscribe, that would be very, very helpful. Anything helps. Any kind of feedback, any kind of if you got an embarrassing story, you can tell me in the comments, or you can send me a personal message. I don't really care. You can also add me on PS3 if you really want to. My name is I 2 I's and then Temp with 3 P's. So you can add me on there if you want to. I'm down to play any game you guys want. 2K, Black Ops, anything, Grand Theft Auto, Madden, NCAA, anything. So yeah, that's just a little embarrassing story I thought I would share. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. It's me, Temp, and I'm out. Peace.